porn on the bus.
No porn on the bus. Speak.
Okay.
Keep it PG over on this stream. Just kidding. Fuck that.
I think talking about porn is still technically
Fuck
PG.
it in the ass. I saw hilarious. I posted on Twitter. I don't know if you saw, but I saw a hilarious post. It was a Amazon review about butt plugs, and they look like kunais. And this guy's like, "Yeah, I was doing cosplay, and then like in Chicago, you can't have like knives at the Comic-Con." So he's like, "These look just like kunais,s," and they did. There's a picture of them. Like, they look
are they like flat too, or are they still like cone?
They look, I don't know if they they look flat on the page, but I'm assuming they're cone like. But it was like a trainer set, so they were like small. And then
funny.
He was discussing how like everyone liked them, and only one person noticed what they were, and like he's like,
what that person's into.
Yeah, and then the comment went on is like, yeah, like, and then I got them all for my friends and all these other cosplayers, and he's like, but at some point when you have 32 butt plugs in your backpack, you get a little curious, and he's like, me and my girlfriend end up loving them and using them all the time, and I'm just like,
I have a conversation that's very similar to that. I don't know if you still want to hear that story,
sure.
But okay, yeah, okay, well. Like, I have a friend who is like basically they send her sex toys and stuff like that for her to try them out. And she writes reviews. She's a reviewer for sex toys.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I go to her house, and then she just has like all of her stuff just like laid out. Like she has like a display case and everything. I think is actually really cool of her.
All her favorites.
Yeah, like all her favorites. Like they got like stuff for like dragons and.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? Why is this so colorful? But. Yeah, it looks crazy. Like you wouldn't even know that this is supposed to go inside of you. But she has this bowl of very colorful objects, and I thought they were candies initially.
We gotta do. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, she was like, they go in your butt, and I was like,
nice, respect.
Oh, do you clean? Like I was like, do you clean these before you put them back? Because
I hope so.
I have literally a whole handful of things that go in your butt in my hand, and I was very just like disturbed by that, and like I didn't immediately put them down because I didn't know what to do. I was like,
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Trying to do a video.
Oh, you gotta hold it.
All right, guys, we got
there you go. Yeah, I was holding a bunch of mini butt plugs in my hand, and like I just apparently you're supposed to insert them multiple at a time, and then like you're just supposed to push them out like just. Like one at a time, like they're really tiny, like jelly bean like things. And
is that what we're doing today?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We're doing a podcast. Yeah. Come check it out. We're on Twitch. The link is in the link tree in the Instagram. Just go check it out. If not, fine,
otherwise you get to hear me talk about butt plugs all day. I'm pretty sure I make my parents proud. I do actually. Yeah. Anyways, are you ready to get on with the show?
I don't know how to Instagram correctly.
What if that was like our most interesting thing like that we've ever said on the show, and then everybody's like, we just want to hear Shelby talk about butt plugs.
More butt plug talk. All right, we have a lot to discuss. Let me pull up the notes here when it comes to games, because guess what? We've been away for a while.
Yeah, we've been away for quite some time. I haven't played any. Yeah, it actually is my fault though. Like, don't even joke. Like this, it actually is kind of my fault. But yeah, this is our podcast, and we got a lot to cover.
Oh yeah, my name's Sergio,
and this is Shelby.
We're gonna talk about games for a while.
Yeah.
So just to get out of the way, I'm gonna take it like 5 minutes. Hopefully less and possibly longer. I don't really know. Just to discuss about Red Dead Redemption for a while.
It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to leave it semi spoiler free. Like I'm not even finished with the game. I'm probably only like 40.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like,
I'm only like 35 hours in.
And the game, only
it's a 60-hour game.
It's like I played the game for like 4 days.
But Jesus Christ, is this game really, really good? Like, honestly, I don't think anything is going to compare to it. Game of the year, like, to be 100% honest, like my game of the year for a while was I think God of War, and then after playing
God of War? Oh, I was like, which God of War? But I forgot God of War just came out. That's how much I did not care about.
And then I was like, this game's amazing. As far as when it comes to open world games, for me, it's definitely up there with stuff like Breath of the Wild. It's 100% a totally different game. One thing I appreciate, which is a thing that's been reiterated for a while, is just the slower pace of the game.
Right.
And being able to appreciate, like, them kind of forcing you to be a cowboy and travel long distances. And it takes, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But
that's what you had to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that. And, like, stagecoaches are, like, kind of expensive. So, like, I'm not going to really spend $15 to take a stagecoach.
we take that shit for granted.
Yeah.
Like we just get in the car and just go to Starbucks real quick. That would take like a half day's journey and shit.
And to be honest, like starting the game, I legit almost fell asleep in the first act, like the first chapter. Like it was honestly boring. But then once it starts opening up, like you're like, oh wow, like everything has a purpose, but everything seems like also like slightly procedurally generated in the environment.
Okay.
But it's like everything like exists for a reason, or it feels real in a sense. Like it's procedurally generated, like the animals are in a sense, but like it feels real. Like sure, there's certain breeds in certain areas, of course, but how they interact with the environment's always different.
You're gonna have like that one like dog that's like humping a cat.
Yeah, well, like for example, like I was out hunting. I was hunting deer, and
you saw that?
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen any animals.
I was like, well, I kind of need to play the game
no
now.
Animal sex, yes, no animal sex yet. But for example, I'm like hunting animals, and all of a sudden I hear a bear roar, and I haven't seen a bear in the whole game besides the one at the very beginning, and I'm like, that sounds terrible, and I just turn around, and I just get swiped, one-shotted, just in the face, and I'm like,
you got too close.
Well, that's like I guess real life hunting in a sense. You never know. But I've hunted maybe like 6 or 7 hours and never experienced that. But
I feel like you'd probably have like more awareness of your surroundings.
100% I do. Just like if I was hunting in real life and I had a bear attack, I'd be way more cautious.
Yeah.
But it's honestly beautiful. Just like the weather patterns are also honestly like amazing. Like at certain points in the game, like it just gets really foggy and like around sunrise and sunrise.
Okay.
And the rays of light that shoot through the
I remember you showing me that.
It's so interesting and so beautiful. It's one of the few games that I really, really want to replay on PC and like on like a 4K monitor. Like sure, you could probably run it. I think if you play, I'm playing it on PlayStation 4, just regular, actually slim, I guess, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But I feel like Xbox One X would be an amazing place to play this.
Nice.
Yeah, fuck PS4 Pro. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good console too.
You said it. It's like Black Friday or selling them for like $200.
I'm just gonna go over a few of my other favorite things, honestly, and I'll get to honestly. There's a lot of not so great things about this game.
Okay.
Just like any other game, honestly. Like this game, it truly is a masterpiece in my opinion. It's full of jank, but I really love the gunplay. It's honestly genuinely fun. When it came to Grand Theft Auto 5, honestly didn't think it was as strong. Maybe it's just me. I really love cowboys and customizing my 6-shooter like all black. I have all black white one with gold accents, like engraving with gold accents, and I have an all white one engraved with gold accents.
Like ebony and ivory over here, but like
and it's just like
gold.
Getting in gunfights and switching to first person is like just super fun and like super intense, and like I just love it.
You like being an outlaw.
Yeah, exactly. And This is gonna go. This is a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but like one of my things I like and don't like is a lot of the like upgrading things, upgraded like bandoliers and belts and stuff like that give you more ammo and less. And there's also like it's very RPG based, so you do have to eat and drink, and not drink. You have to eat, clean yourself. Same thing with your horse, and also upkeep your guns. You have to clean your guns. So one thing I like, but I don't, is like the way to unlock upgraded gear is to do like achievement based things. And then you can unlock the ability to buy those things.
Example.
And so let's say so there's like multiple tiers. There's like your horse tier of achievements. There's your outlaw tier of achievements. There is your hunting tier of achievements. And yet there's stipulations to them, like kill. Or with a horse, it's like run over 6 rabbits.
Oh, so kind of like Oblivion back in the day when it was like jump 200 times and he's got a bunch of people just fucking jumping around.
Yeah, they're a little less stupid than that, but that's one thing I don't really like. I would love it to be more like crafting things, like like get this type of pelt, this type of that type of pelt. And one of the things I think why they didn't do that so heavily is that aspect is still there. Don't get me wrong. For like outfits, you need to get those things and for your item pouch, you do need to do those kind of hunting things. But one of the big problems, I might as well just get into it, is like the hunting doesn't feel as rewarding, especially because every time you die, your pelts disappear.
So I remember you telling me about that.
So it's kind of like I'll spend like an hour hunting, and then if I don't remember to save it, I die, and then all my pelts are gone. Yeah. And it's just like it's kind of frustrating. Like I feel like the hunting isn't as rewarding as it should be, but the reward of it is just how detailed it is. Like how I have to sneak up on the animals, attract the animals, and in order that is in itself super rewarding. So I don't really get mad. and made me not really care about those upgrades. Like maybe if I have time at the end of the story, because the story's so fucking good, like I that doesn't bother me in a sense because I just love playing this game. So like that one aspect kind of pisses me off. Like I'm like, where is my box that I can just store my pelts in at my camp? You know, that's kind of weird. That doesn't exist as far as I know. So, but in the end, like me personally, like I've just been playing missions. Like, but the thing is like. Some side missions are just random interactions, and like they're like sometimes they're like, yeah, heal this guy, and he's gonna buy you something later. Or sometimes it's like, oh, take me to my house and meet my family, and like they give you stuff and they give you money. It's like, and some of them are like super interesting. Like one side quest, I met this guy, and he's like, would you go? I got my house foreclosed, and would you go like pick up my prized possessions? And one of them was a ledger, and I get down to his basement, and there's like. Oh, this is a slave basement. His ledger was a bunch of slaves he was trading. So I go to him and I'm like, it gives me an option, like to kill him or not. I fucking kill.
It's not cool.
I was with my friends. And my friends, Alec and Rachel, and they're like, I was like, oh, what's the most painful way I can kill this guy? And so what I did is I actually just like dropped him in a fire and lit him on fire, and then like threw him in front of a train.
I would have tied him to like the legs of a horse. Or
oh yeah, see, my friend said you can do that. Yeah,
that's what I was like,
that's a good idea because that's what they did the slaves.
I didn't even know that was an option. I was just being a fucked up human being.
Well, what you can do is you can tie him, and then you just get on your horse and take off, and they'll just drag it behind you, and he'll die.
I was thinking about tying him to do like his legs to two different horses.
Oh yeah, it's like the medieval thing. Yeah, so.
They did that in Cowboy Days too.
Like honestly, like we're just gonna get to the jank. I think a lot of people talk about how amazing the gunplay is, how amazing the environment is, how amazing the story is. I don't want to spoil the story at all, but like, probably my favorite Rockstar game story, better than Vice City, better than GTA. Honestly, I really like GTA's 4 story personally, but that's just me. A lot of people hate it. But by far the best Rockstar story I've ever played. And honestly, when it comes to like best open world RPG, it's heavy between Breath of the Wild for me and this game as far as different as they are. And they have so many similarities as in like there's so much emptiness in Breath of the Wild and there's so much emptiness in Red Dead, and they're so beautiful in their own right. And I think that's one thing that they're very similar, but everything else is vastly different. Like Breath of the Wild literally has not really a story. There's a story, but it's like
it's like what gets me about Breath of the Wild is like you can turn on the game and just be like, I'm going to beat the game.
Exactly.
And that's what pisses me off.
And that's one thing I love about Red Dead is it's impossible.
It's like slow the fuck down.
There is a story. They want you to appreciate it and learn the world. And the side quests. Like I've never played. It's been a while since I played an open world game where I was just like, I really want to play side quests. Like
nice.
It's not like Spider-Man where you're just like, I'm gonna go collect that. I'm gonna go collect that, and then now I'm fucking bored. And then, like in Spider-Man does this thing, or a lot of open world Assassin's Creed where like, oh yeah, why don't you go do side quests now? Like they hint towards it. Rather than like Red Dead, like they're just all like there's a mesh. Want to
get stronger? Go do this.
It's a mesh of things, and I think that's why you don't really require you to get stronger with like upgraded things. Those are just like one cosmetic because they look cool, and then two they give you slightly more ammo or slightly more medicine or whatever you like. That's all that stuff is not necessary at all. Which I think they did that for a reason. Because they just want you to be Arthur, play Arthur's story, learn about Arthur, learn about the gang, and interact. And the environment is like second to that, but it's still like so fucking detailed. It's amazing. There's so many. There's multiple different types of squirrels, songbirds.
I imagine you hunting down as many chipmunks as possible.
Yeah, fuck chipmunks. I got a personal vendetta. But one of the biggest complaints is honestly the horse. Like the horse riding is honestly perfect, but they're kind of retarded. When in a sense we're like, sorry about that word, PC police. In a sense, like they're like, "Oh, shoot these guys behind you," and you're like, "Yeah, let me just shoot behind me," and then the horse just like smacks into another horse or a tree, and you both go flying. And I'm like, "Yeah," because horses just like if you just leave them alone, are just gonna run into trees and just run off cliffs and run into like trains and shit. And you're like, Rockstar, you put so much work into this environment. You couldn't like put a brain in the horses.
But they made sure that their scrotum shrink up when it gets cold.
Yeah, but they couldn't make them avoid trees. Like Breath of the Wild, they avoid trees when you have your bow in Breath of the Wild.
Okay, yeah.
If you pull it out and aim back, the horse will not run into shit.
Yeah.
Unless it's like there's no other choice.
But that's Nintendo. They traded cosmetic quality for game mechanics.
Mechanics, yeah. And I would say mechanically, like this one's like pretty janky because honestly, like when you're looting, it's really cool, but like it's kind of annoying. Like when you're looting stuff, like you have to pull the drawer open and then you have to like grab it stick it in your pocket, and it's like this whole like wheel, like open the drawer, open the it's so ridiculous. But once you're in the environment, you kind of learn to appreciate it. But there's definitely a lot of jank in that game, like random weird glitches and horses just like flying and like at one time, like I went to jump on my like horse and when I was running up to it and grab it and he like just missed. I guess he missed. And he just, like, got one foot up and it was just like, oh, no. He just, like, fell back. I was like, you're the worst fucking cowboy, Arthur. You can't even get on your horse properly. I don't know if it only happened once, but it was really funny.
Arthur, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Get off of the horse, Arthur, you're drunk.
And but the bottom line is, if you're into cowboy movies or you like cowboys or you just really appreciate open world games and can deal with the slow pace, like there's, to reiterate that, there's a whole mission where you just went and fished. It was like at least a 15 to 20 minute mission. And you just rowed out slowly because no one wants to fucking help you row. And then you row out the Dutch, and then I can't remember his name. And you just fish, and then you roll back, and you guys talk and have a conversation. And it's like, and there's like a sunset at the end. And you're like, oh, this is fucking beautiful. Like this is really cool. But if that's not for you, don't play it. But I would highly, highly recommend this game. And that's it. That's my rant. It was fucking way too long, probably.
I mean, like, the cool thing is that, the online play is going to be out, in 10 days or so?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Like, literally next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, literally next week.
Which I think is perfect timing, because I think they really wanted people to play this story, because honestly, they should be insanely proud. Like, I'm having a great time. I obviously have not finished it, but as far as I've played it, like, it's a great story.
Nice.
Some people are dumb as fuck in the camp, and I'm like, you idiots. But like, it's really interesting. It's like, it's just a well-written fucking cowboy movie. Or a cowboy show, because it's longer than a cowboy movie. 60 hours, Jesus Christ. But it's like watching like a really good cowboy show. Like, it's fucking cool.
This is my third season of Red Dead.
I'm really enjoying it.
I think I could be a cowboy now.
Legit.
My darling.
I'm just drinking whiskey and talking like cowboy every time I play
fashions.
I'm drinking old fashions.
Pull out your cowboy hat.
Dude, the side character is so great. There's literally just a dude who just fucking randomly in this one bar. He's not always there, but sometimes in there he's just drunk as fuck and he just insults everyone around him. It's hilarious, bro. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, dude, should I shoot this guy? And I'm like, should I shoot this guy? And I'm like, nah, he's just
like asking like another like the bartender.
I was looking around. I was legit.
Should I shoot this guy?
Like everyone around him just staring at him. Like he's just freaking out, smoking cigarettes in the bar. Well, I guess it was normal.
You don't understand his story, man.
Just saying racist shit to the dark people. Like, it was weird, dude. It was like, yo.
Look at you, Blackie.
Yeah, like straight up, like he sounded like that. And I was just like, yo, he's the crazy man. I heard someone say there's just a dude in a tree with a crown on. He's just like, get out of here. And you're just like, what?
That's funny.
There's just weird shit everywhere.
Did you hear about like some of the weird stuff?
Yeah,
this
I heard
is like
briefly.
a little bit of like spoilers,
aliens,
but yeah, there's like
spoilers.
aliens, vampires. There's like
weird shit.
An undead horseman or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I can't wait for DLC. They're gonna do weird shit for DLC.
I mean, because like the Sasquatch thing was like Red Dead Redemption DLC. That's where the Sasquatch came from.
Well, so I mean, their best one was they should do a second version of it. Is what is it? Undead Nightmares?
Yeah, that's where the Sasquatch came from.
Yeah, Undead Nightmares was.
I forgot the name.
Yeah, Undead Nightmares was amazing. So if they did Undead Nightmares 2, honestly, I think DLC. I doubt there's going to ever be DLC.
I mean, they can. It's online community.
It's going to be all online ran. So in a sense, like I think Undead Nightmares is going to be online based.
Yeah, I feel like they could easily make it like kind of like Monster Hunter, where they're just like do it in this set time.
Yeah, one thing I really want them to do is kind of in the online like develop coaches more, because right now like you can't really put people inside coaches. Like I had a dude.
I saw like when you were playing, it was just like a bunch of people standing on the side of them and shit.
Yeah,
like, they were just hanging off the side.
Yeah. But my problem is like I want to get a bunch of friends in a stagecoach, and then just like roll up into like a bank or something. So right now I don't believe you can do that, but there honestly is no multiplayer. So that's one thing I like, because I think you can do that in Red Dead 1, because we used to do this thing where we'd tell a bunch of people, oh, we're gonna go hang out over here, get in the stagecoach, and they all get on, and then we just drive it off a cliff. Everyone inside of it. Anyways,
can you imagine doing this kind of game, this quality, like this setting, but just like pirates?
Sure.
Right?
I think so. Like, cause like in a sense, like if it was like Black Flag, like if Black Flag had an online like large RPG style environment, I think it'd be really great.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, this seems like they could have done this with like Pirates of the Caribbean or anything like that. Like,
I love Cowboys. Cool. It's weird because I love that cowboy era.
I like pirates.
Pirates are cool, but I really love the whole like futuristic thing, and that's why I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice.
Okay. That's what it seems like. That's what Cyberpunk seems like. Is like they should really just take a lesson. Like this is like my last anecdotal thing, but I stole a dude's horse for a mission to chase after somebody, and I go back to town, and some guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, that's my horse," and I'm like, "That was like 10 minutes ago, bro," and I was just like. I got off of it, and he's like, "Oh, I guess you were just borrowing it." And I was just like, "This is so fucking interesting." Like the fact that these NPCs remember.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I think that's cool.
So I can't wait for games like 2077. I think they should take a huge lesson from this. And as for an open world game, like and how some of the NPCs actually like are some of the smartest NPCs I've ever interacted with, and interesting. And I love this game. I'm having a great time. Even Alec, like he's been gaming a shit ton on this specific game. He doesn't even game that hard. But when it comes to Red Dead, he's like can't get enough of it.
He doesn't play anything else.
He just plays Red Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than what I've been doing. I've not been playing anything, so that's
you've been working a lot.
Shitty.
Yeah, but fuck that. We won't talk about that. Work sucks. So let's move on. After my huge Red Dead rant,
Fallout 76. What is going on with that?
It's pretty janky, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll start with the good because there's a lot of bad stuff. It is a multiplayer Fallout game. So if you like Fallout and you want to play with your friends, that's dope. But when it comes to the beta...
If you like Elder Scrolls and you wanted to play with your friends, it was the same thing. Because Elder Scrolls started off janky as shit. I say Fallout 76 has hope.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, I think my bottom line is I'll just get to the right now is I will be waiting to buy this game. I will not be a day one adopter just because, this was one of the jankiest betas.
Don't pre-order your games.
The jank was so bad that there was a bug that deleted your game.
That's fucking funny.
Yes,
that's fucking funny.
It's hilarious, and the I don't know what's the word for it. How Bethesda's kind of been explaining themselves has been kind of lame. Like they're just like, oh, we want you guys to test everything, and we're gonna make it for you. If it's sounds like you released an unfinished game,
a Kickstarter.
It's like a Kickstarter game, and then it's gonna get good in a year.
That's not the first time I've seen that though. Because literally same company, Bethesda, they did that with Elder Scrolls. Now Elder Scrolls is so much better than it was ever before. You're talking about
ESO.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's actually not directly developed by their main team, but sure.
Yeah, but it still fell under them and shit.
Elder Scrolls Online is honestly way better.
Yeah, when it first started, it was trash. I was part of a group that purposely crashed the game. It was hilarious.
The game was terrible.
And Final Fantasy 14, same exact thing.
That's a good point.
And now it is one of the best MMOs ever. So I say Fallout 76 has hope.
100%. But one of my problems is the engine that's built in too is there was a whole issue where people were matching the movement speed to their frame rate. So if you had a really high frame rate, you just zip around the map. So instead of fixing that bug, they said, "Oh, we're gonna lock the frame rate to 63 frames per second. You can't go over that." And I'm like, that is such a cheap fix. Fix your fucking game engine. Don't just put a Band-Aid on that makes that can run it over that, or people that can run it over 100 frames per second. Oh, this sucks. I have a 140 hertz monitor. And they're like, I really want to play this in the highest fidelity possible. And they're like, I can't because your game's broken. So that's the kind of things where I'm in a year, I think this game's going to be great. But I think on launch, it's if you're an early adopter, just be prepared for the classic Elder Scrolls jank and Fallout jank, just a lot worse, it seems like. It's going to be pretty bad. But all in all, the gameplay looks super fun. The boss battles look super fun. That looked awesome. Fighting a giant Mothman or a giant monster with your friends with a bunch of weapons you made yourself. And also, I watched a whole video from GameSpot. I probably should link it on Twitter where they talked about the crafting system when it comes to guns. There's a chemistry strat and a barrel boring toolkit. There's a bunch of benches. And to go in between them and really customize your weapons, it seems like they're really, really going to go into crafting really heavily. And in a sense, they're really, really diving into the crafting environment and space around that because they want you, in a sense, the theme of the game is to rebuild humanity. So, just like Fallout 4, if you've played, you run power and everything like that. Run power. You can put TVs. We have to run you have to do all these things. You have to eat to in order to get to a livable environment. But it seems like they're really diving into that even more and making it more complex and interesting, which I think is going to be my favorite part as a bit of a home builder nerd, I guess. I love that kingdom building, home builder aspect of games, and I think the fact that Bethesda is really diving into that and making it you can do it with your friends. That's like super cool. Like, oh, we're gonna make a bar and put like LED signs and like.
Yeah, you must have really played with the forgery back in Halo.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, Halo 3 Forge. I was all about that, dude. All day we used to do custom games all the time. So I really, really like that, and that's what I'm excited for. But as far as me buying it day one, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
no.
I say buying any game day one, very fucking scary. But somebody's got to do it because, like,
if no one buys it, it won't be supported. It's a good point.
Like the game won't be supported. They don't know what to fix.
So I'll buy it to support and then just sit on it.
Well, I mean, you also got to do reviews and critique it. We got to do more stuff like this. Yeah, like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I really want to play it. Actually, I know Drax who stream. He's probably. I'll hit him up. Maybe we'll play together.
Yeah.
I should let Steven up too because a lot of my friends play PC. And if they get it, I'll get it too. That's pretty much it, I think, for Fallout. A lot of people are hacking it. It's ridiculous, but it's.
Yeah, I was actually talking about modding in Red Dead. Do you think they're ever going to get to that?
Oh yeah, but mods in Fallout 76 are going to be
get like
hopefully fun,
flying horses and shit.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully fun.
Yeah.
And if Red Dead comes to PC, the mods are going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Just slap a DeLorean in there. Like just reenact all of the worst.
This is my Mustang.
The worst Back to the Future movie ever. We're just gonna reenact it.
That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Marty McFly.
Fucking Back to the Future 3. Oh my god, it's so bad.
But they go to the past.
Yeah, we're gonna reenact it. It's
oh man, that's funny. So yeah. Anyways, so. The other day, like Square Enix did a live stream, and we're just gonna basically tell you what the fuck has been going on with Square Enix.
Square Enix having some problems.
Why do a live stream of this? All right, so they opened the live stream with talking about.
It was like a presentation, right?
I would not announce it this way because it was all bad news. It was all bad news. So the way that they opened the presentation was by announcing that the director of Final Fantasy 15, Hajime Tabata, left. He left, and he decided to go copy like Kojima and the rest of them who are very famous for these projects. He's going to go do his own company. So he left Luminous Productions as well as the team for Final Fantasy 15 and Square Enix. Like he's like, yeah, no, I'm over it.
Which I don't blame him.
Yeah. So immediately after this announcement, they're just like, so with that being said, all the DLC for Final Fantasy 15 that we announced prior is canceled.
3 of the 4. I think one's coming out now.
Well, there was DLC projected to be
to like
constantly until 2019.
Right? 2019. Okay.
Yeah. So only one of them made it through the chopping block. Literally was episode
3,
Arden.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rest of them, like episode Noctis, Arnea, some other fucking character, and the Versus thing. Like all DLC is canceled.
But did you want those?
I wanted a complete goddamn game. Now I have no hopes of the game being complete.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
there's like empty.
Yeah,
they'll release some like developer notes or something on it.
Yeah,
you can read what the story is going to be. But as far as playing it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's garbage, and they ended up losing like $33 million.
$33 million. Yeah, I guess it was because they had an offshoot studio that was like that was going to focus on AAA games.
Yeah,
Luminous
Productions.
Luminous Productions. That was led by Tabata, and since he left,
like, yeah, I don't want to
the
do
whole
this no
production
more.
just fell apart.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to do this no more, guys. We milked this project pretty dry, and I'm not about that.
Sucks.
Yeah,
honestly,
so that was pretty crazy.
It's sad because Square used to be like one of the kings of Japanese gaming, honestly.
Yeah, and, JRPGs.
In a sense, like no company lasts forever. I wish them the best, but
it's just hard to see that. The staple of Square Enix is Final Fantasy. And then this being like one of the main titles, they gave it a number 15 that it just fucking collapsed the way that it did. That honestly, is so outrageous to me.
I wish them the best. I honestly don't think they're going to... I know they're hurting because of this, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out.
Yeah.
And they're going to make all their money back.
And with that, developers had said, they released a statement saying, so Final Fantasy 7 Remake... Don't expect that anytime soon.
Oh, yeah.
We're not doing anything until Kingdom Hearts 3 is done.
Yeah.
And it, like...
Do you think there's going to be DLC?
For Kingdom Hearts or for
3.
Final Fantasy? Oh, 3. For Kingdom Hearts 3? I mean, I don't know.
I hope not.
Didn't
they confirm it was 60 hours?
Yeah, they confirmed that it was, I think they said 80.
80 hours.
But, like... I don't know. Like, are they going to milk it just like they tried to do with Final Fantasy 15? Nobody knew that game was going to be.
If they would, I don't think it would be DLC. They'd be like little games, like that one where you played as what was the girl with water powers from Kingdom Hearts? Aqua.
Yeah.
You play that whole little game.
The
might do that.
Fragmentary passage, like fucking the point system. Now it's Kingdom Hearts 3.1.4.
Oh, yeah. If they're smart, they'll do that. They'll keep the same engine, and they'll do like, oh, here's what Aqua was doing. Go ahead and play that again. Or here's what, like, I don't know, what other
I just want a complete game. I'm tired of
what Goofy
this.
was doing.
Yeah, I'm tired of that. But you shouldn't do that. That's not how you tell a story.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they do at Final Fantasy 15, and look where we're at. Like, you play other Final Fantasy games, like, this character goes off, you go play that fucking story. You don't pay $10 just to go figure out what this guy did, and then the story only ends up being an hour long. Yeah. Like, that was bullshit.
It should be $1 an hour.
Yeah, like, it should be $1 an hour.
At least $2 an hour.
I would love $1 an hour. $2 an hour is me supporting the game. That's overreach. But yeah, like, I just think it was a bad choice to literally put all their eggs in Kingdom Hearts 3. We already know this game is going to be good, and to make things even worse, you know what they did? They released another trailer. Like, this game that you're already waiting for, this game that is burning the goddamn, like, hole in your ass. Like, it's still coming. Here's another trailer to show you some more stuff. And it featured Winnie the Pooh. Like, we already did not know that wasn't going to be in the game.
the past 4 trailers because, like, guys, you already have my money. It's reserved. Yeah. I'm buying it day one. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah. I got no choice but to buy it day one.
I'm usually, like, against day one adopting, but this is the type of game just like Red Dead.
I'm 100% there with you. But
so I don't need. I hate. I hate spoilers. Like, that's why I gave like 0 spoilers in my Red Dead mini review.
I think if you put together all the trailers together, and like if you try to like not recycle the content that they exposed, it's like 20 minutes of gameplay. Like, just 20 or 30 minutes of clean gameplay.
Either way, I hate how they're announcing. I don't want to see. That's the thing. Is like, it's not just that they're showing you how the worlds look. And in a sense, one of the things I loved about Kingdom Hearts is like, because I came into Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 after their release. I wrote them off. I was like, no, I don't want to play those. And one of my favorite things was going to a new world and going, whoa, this looks really cool. So when I see a trailer, and even it's just a 2-second clip of the world, I'm like, I know the aesthetic. That bothers me. I want to go to each and every world and go, wow, I've never seen this before. And that's my problem with doing that many trailers. It takes like that wow moment, that instant gratification where like, wow, I love the style of this world. Because that's what it has going for it. Every world is in a sense a different art style. Because they're not all, I mean, not a completely different art style, but like in a sense like a different feeling and a different environment, because that is, you're going through Disney worlds and they're not obviously the same. Ariel's underwater, Hercules in fucking Olympus. Like, so I don't want like any of that, any spoil. I don't want, no, fuck off. Fuck you.
Like you're just so upset. That's like you want to experience it for the first time. Yeah.
And then you're taking that away from people. And I think like a lot of people like don't think about that, but I think that's one of like my favorite parts of gaming is like going into it not knowing how good it's going to be. Like when I was traveling down in Red Dead Redemption from this boring ass snowy intro, and like the transition from snow into like the Heartlands, which is like more foresty and like open ranges, like mixed between those two. How the snow, like you see it melting as you go down, or like getting thinner, not melting, but getting thinner and thinner as you go down the mountain. Like that transition, I never saw that in the trailer, and I was like, this is perfectly accurate to an actual mountain coming down of it. Like it was beautiful. And
now seeing like
if they release a bunch of trailers and showed you every environment, like every single environment, then you're gonna miss those beautiful moments. Like, and like nothing will ever be the same as playing the game in that moment. Like the trailer just kind of takes away from that in a sense.
Yeah.
So fuck that. I'm not watching trailers.
But that's like pretty much what this whole thing had to offer for their live stream. Like I know they actually it's funny because like a lot of people's like the public response to this with all of the Final Fantasy 15 stuff is that they're modding like tombstones or headpieces in Final Fantasy 15 because it got released for PC a while back, and they like as you just walk along the road or whatever, just like here lies consumers trust.
Oh my god!
Like here lies episode Noctis, Arden, and all that other stuff, like stuff that we're just not going to be getting anymore.
Oh, no.
And this is proof to like what I've been saying for years now is that this was an incomplete game. The fact that we were promised all this stuff, that these things were getting ready to come out, gives me zero interest to even play episode art because I know that like what the fuck comes after that? Like nothing. So there's no point. Like all my questions that I have are not going to be answered. But on lighter news of the Square Enix live stream, they actually did go out and say it. They're promoting cross-platform or whatever, like for Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, that makes me want to get into it.
So
how much is it to get on PC?
Like $20 or I think the vanilla game is like $10.
See, my only problem.
You want everything is like $60.
My only problem is I would love to play this game, but
you will lose your life.
Oh, 100%. Because I used honestly, I'll tell you straight up. I played RuneScape for hundreds of hours when I was a kid, and then I graduated into Guild Wars.
Like in RuneScape.
Yeah, bro. I was going for my capes, my skill capes. Never got one, but it's because I was like, oh, you plebs are getting fucking fired. Anyways, never mind.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like I have like an addiction to MMOs because like I love.
MMOs are addicting. They really are.
I love them so much.
They take time. It's an investment.
Cross-platform seems fun.
Yeah, it's going to be on a cross-platform on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Like because
I would love to play
now.
on my PC and play with you on PlayStation.
Yeah. And December 12th is when all this stuff will start happening.
It's confirmed.
Yeah,
cross-platform.
Yeah, they announced it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I did not know that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they announced that.
More of that. And, let's keep it coming. All these companies take notice. Cross-platform. You see what it did for Fortnite? Keep it coming. 80 million concurrent players. We'll get there later.
Yeah, but aside from that, like just other little lighter news, if you guys want to hear a little bit more about Final Fantasy 15, they are releasing an episode prologue anime adaptation. So if getting the story outsourced through like so many different things, then I'm sorry, but fuck Final Fantasy 15. I've been saying it for years.
All right.
Yeah. So that was pretty much Square Enix's live stream, and I don't know. Again, I have no idea why you would like. It sounded like they were having a breakdown.
At least they're honest.
But they were happy about it.
At least they're honest.
It's like
well, because the thing is, like I said, like they lost 33 million, but when it comes to how much they're gonna make off Kingdom Hearts,
they're gonna make more on Kingdom Hearts than like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 made.
100%.
It's gonna be ridiculous. Like I just imagine like, hey, I haven't heard from Bill. What's Bill been doing these past couple of days? And then next day, fucking Bill does like a live stream on Facebook. Yo, man, I've been fucking up. I've been smoking crack cocaine
just to play.
It's like this is like what I saw.
That's how you felt.
Yeah, that's how I felt because I'm like I haven't heard anything from Square Enix.
Like in a while, like I wonder what's going on.
Live stream? Let me watch it at 4 a.m.
No, I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but Square does Resident Evil, right?
No, that's Capcom.
Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom does Resident Evil. Square does like all the other stuff.
I know why I thought it was, but both. I don't know why. I knew it was Capcom.
Square does Kingdom Hearts. That's why I was concerned. Okay. How does this affect my future investment?
Speaking of Japanese developers, we did not talk about the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, we did not. That was
Super
totally
Smash.
a thing. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. What do you think? I am very
another
excited
Echo
for this
Fighter.
Game. Oh yeah, sure. We get another Echo Fighter. I understand. Ken, obviously, it's a given. The Echo Fighter Ryu. But one thing they did kind of like announce was that Ken is faster.
Yeah, as he is in actual Street Fighter.
I know, but like in my impression of Echo Fighters was they were exactly the same.
No,
there's slight variations, which that confirmed it for me. It seemed like that when with Richter Belmont and with the other Belmont guy.
Simon
Belmont.
Yeah, Simon.
My bad.
We're not there yet.
Yeah. But like
that'll be the next episode.
Yeah, that'll be the next episode. But in a sense, like I thought Richter was an exact copy, but in a sense they do slightly act differently, which I appreciate.
Fox and Falco.
Are they considered echoes now?
Yes. No, they've always been considered echoes, but now they act completely differently. Like not completely, but they have similar moves, but they move differently.
But do they share the same game space? Because that's what technically an echo is in this game, is when they share the same space.
Well, like that's not necessarily true.
No, it is.
Because like Kirby and Jigglypuff.
But no, what I'm saying is like in the game they showed it when you have the game board.
Yeah.
When you can turn Echo Fighters off. Well, not off, but you can put them to where all the Echo Fighters get combined into the regular fighter, and you can switch between them.
Oh, well, I mean,
like that's I understand what you're saying. I understand like Jigglypuff and Kirby are very similar.
Yeah,
but like they're technically not echoes.
Yeah, same thing
when
with
it comes to Super Smash. The echoes have the ability to share the same game space.
I'm just saying that, like,
and then you can separate them as well.
By the way that Nintendo is defining it, is bullshit.
I understand
because it's like you have Fox, Falco, and Wolf.
Yes, they're all echoes.
All three of them are the
Oh,
same
100%
fucking
with
character.
you. But according to Nintendo,
I get what they're saying, but they're wrong.
They do not share the same game space, therefore they are not echoes.
Yeah, it's like a bitch telling you that she's pregnant and then she has a phantom pregnancy and it's like, well, you're wrong.
I understand.
I never put my hands on that lady.
I'm just trying to keep it canon, okay?
Yeah, I was canon too. I didn't touch that lady.
So, okay, so one fighter that's not Echo is Incineroar, which honestly looks fucking dope.
Incineroar looks like a very fluffy Bowser. Well, no, it reminds me of a very fluffy luchador Bowser. Like,
okay, there you go. Yeah, I like the luchador part.
Yeah.
I love the wrestling aspect. I love the.
Isn't there luchador Pikachu as well?
Yeah. Well, I think that's just a
costume.
It's a costume. But I love the fact that when their side A move or whatever the hell it is you throw them into the ropes and you have to.
Yeah, I saw that. That was dope.
Because it depending on how you do it, you time it. If you completely miss, they just smack you. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, because I saw that he went in for clothesline or a lariat.
The clothesline is the ideal situation. If you hit it too early, I think you flip them, and if you hit it too late, they just hit you. But if you hit it on time, you actually do a clothesline and fuck them up. Yeah. I also love they make him pose every time he does a move. But obviously you can just move out of that. But if you do a move and just wait, he'll do a pose.
Yeah,
because he's or he or she.
It's a luchador.
It's luchador, so it's very flashy. I love how the characters' moves are all kind of ridiculous. And I honestly think I've never actually played Sun and Moon, so I have no bias towards any of those Pokemon. But honestly, Incineroar looks like a character I could really enjoy playing.
Yeah, it seems like a fun character.
Let's just talk about the characters right now, and we'll talk about Spirit Mode. Because Spirit Mode is I don't know if you looked into that. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I looked a little bit into it, like Light World and all that stuff.
One of my favorite announcements was at the very end. They're like, "Oh, by the way, before we get to DLC, if you pre-order the game or just buy it within 7 days of the release or something like that, you don't really have to pre-order. I think you just have to buy it early. You register your account, whatever the fuck. You get Piranha Plant.
Yeah, free character. Piranha Plant.
I want to know how you feel about Piranha Plant.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Me too. I love it. I love it. I
thought that was the biggest troll.
I am so on board.
That was so funny to me.
I'm legit my main Piranha Plant because
just out of
just to be a troll,
just to be spiteful.
It's a fucking great, just a great character. When you see the animations, how it runs, it takes the feet out of the bottom.
You just see little tiny leaves.
It's so funny.
It was hilarious. And I was oh my god.
I get this slight animosity to it because it's not even PD Piranha, which is the ultimate. You turn into PD, but they're oh, that's not even a character, but it's that's kind of why I love it because everyone is tied to something. You know, what I'm saying?
King Boo could have easily been a thing, and Toad or Toadette.
But I kind of like the obscurity of this character. It's kind of just dumb. It's fun. It's funny. I don't think there's enough just funny fucking characters.
I mean, Duck Hunt Dog was pretty hilarious. I didn't expect that back in the day.
But that's not just some generic thing. Duck Hunt Dog is very specific. You know how many Piranha Plants there are in Mario games?
It was a background character.
It's sticking a Goomba in the game. It's just funny. So I honestly love it. I hope they don't do this for the DLCs because I think it's a terrible idea to make people pay for it. But the fact that it's free is cool.
The fact that it's free character I thought was actually pretty cool. So they're not going to force you to buy this character or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. I think if
I was easily this character is probably going to be low tier.
I think it's gonna be high tier. I think they're gonna troll the fuck out of you. I think
make this character too OP.
I think they're gonna straight make it Bayonetta status.
Has the crazy ass recovery or air combat. Bayonetta just air combat. No, that's bullshit.
Bayonetta's hilarious, dude.
Fuck you if you're a Bayonetta main.
I'll never get over the fact that 3 people in the fucking championship win Bayonetta and just trolled the whole fucking competition.
Yeah, screw you if you're a Bayonetta main. That's bullshit. It's no
fucking trolls. Anyways,
and now Ken's a thing. So
I think they'll nerf her.
I think Ken's gonna be stupid good
because he's faster than me.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be stupid good.
That's what I like about. That's what makes me less bothered by Echoes. The fact that there's slight variation.
Yeah, slight stat differences. Back in Melee, it was all just literally a mecha. I think Fox was significantly heavier than Falco. Mm-hmm. So it's nobody would.
It was the other way around. Falco's heavier. Maybe. Falco's heavier.
Yeah. But I was nobody would ever pick Fox because of that.
No, I thought everyone picked Fox.
Well, I knew a lot of people picked Falco.
Oh, really?
Just because you could get on the ground faster.
That's the same. That's so weird because legit in Melee days, one of the hardest people I ever fought was Yoshi and one was Fox.
Oh, and then they changed Yoshi's almost entire moveset.
Did they really?
Yeah,
it's terrible. There's a lot of Yoshi fans on there.
His aerial recovery is different and everything. Good. I was like, ugh.
Anyways, so
There are a lot of changes.
So just talk about the DLC briefly. Is they announced 5 characters, 5 stages, and multiple songs come with them. I kind of like how they worded it. Some people are offended by it.
It's like 80 stages. Or over 100 stages.
Yeah, it's insane. But they're saying like we don't know what the fuck these are gonna be. Like we have ideas, but we don't know. So you can buy it now. But
we'll make more ideas.
But they basically said, hey, you don't feel obligated because literally you don't know what you're paying for. And I like that sentiment. And a lot of people are getting salty about it. But like I can't believe they're gonna offer DLC day one, but they don't even know what it is. And I'm like, then don't buy it. They said don't buy it. They said if you don't feel comfortable buying it, then don't buy it.
But even then, like it's the whole point of DLC. It's like it's your money. You do with it is your choice. You don't have to buy DLC.
I'm gonna
That's
buy
why I like the idea.
In a bundle anyways because I want my friends to come over and like, oh, I main this DLC character and I want to have that. Because I want to be like, I'll whoop your ass even with that character. No. So that's fine. Whatever you feel about that. There will be 5
characters. We're going to have
characters.
so many arguments settled throughout that game.
It's going to be nuts. But one of my favorite things was the whole Spirit trailer. You saw that?
Yeah.
It was Sonic. Sonic could have got away, but he saved Pikachu. Snake hid in a box. It was great. If you haven't seen it, watch that. I'm sure you have. It's been on Twitter. But specifically, outside my love for that.
Yeah.
The Spirit mode. How do you feel about that?
I mean, Spirit mode is going to be like this whole new thing. I feel like they kind of took what they got out of the DS because if you remember, there was a whole new game mode that was specific for the DS
I did not play
version.
the DS version.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a whole new game mode that had like leveling elements into it and stuff like that. Like you can increase your strength and speed and shit like that. Spirit mode, I feel like it's going to be like this new advanced adaptation to that. And now it's just easily accessible to everybody because it's going to be nuts.
Because like as far as I've seen it, it's so obtuse. Like it's like there's I don't know how many spirits there are, but there's hundreds to thousands of spirits.
Yeah,
and each one has a different stat boost, and you can combine them into your character to make different things. You also can level up those spirits to get them stronger.
It's going to be like mods in Warframe.
It's insane. Like it's like this crazy like super deep. Like meta game. Yeah. It's like almost like a gacha game. Like
you're going to be able to have like builds and shit.
It's insane. And you can trade them in to get new ones and you can like eat them to make things stronger. It's like this whole gachapon, not gachapon, but gacha game built into this game. And like it's funny because they worded it like, oh, making trophies was hard because we had a 3D render hundreds of characters. So we're just gonna pour hundreds of hours into making
this
it
like 4 games prior
meta game. Like, it's like it seems like this took us just as long to make. I feel like
I don't know how that's gonna apply to
because like
the rest of the game.
Have you seen the Spirit battles?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
They're so interesting. So like the Spirit battles in a sense like they make you fight a similar situation. So it's a better give an example. So there's I can't remember the doctor from Metal Gear Solid 1. He has a robot that fights for him. I can't remember.
I was gonna say Ocelot.
I can't remember. But anyway, so what you have to do is you fight Mario, but Mario has Rob the Robot protecting him. So Black Mario with Rob the Robot, a giant Rob the Robot with so it's like they tried to recreate like the situations and to unlock the characters. I think it's like super stupid but super fun. Like, I'm super stoked for that.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Like the twins. There's so many. It's just insane metagame that's happening in Super Smash, and I think I'm fucking balls to the walls down. Like I'm legit super excited to play all these stupid quirky games. Like it's like a joke. It's like a huge. The battles in a sense are like a huge joke. It's like an homage to all these games, the games that the characters are from. And I love that. I love like paying respect to Metal Gear Solid, paying respect to whatever fucking every game. There's probably like hundreds of games that they're just like, we're just gonna like some fun stuff with it. Like, fuck it.
Well, like I said before in another podcast, it's kind of like their fuck it game. Like this is their.
They're just throwing everything at a wall. Like,
we're gonna do this.
I love it.
You got a dartboard. You got ideas. All right, throw a dart at the idea board, and then there you go.
Like I hope they have
Sparkles do something now. All right, fuck it, Sparkles are in.
Who's gonna be a spirit? They just have all their favorite characters from games and animes, and like boom, Cyborg 009, he's in. We're doing it. We're having. You have to fight a red Rob the Robot. I don't know. Like, I'm super down. Like that's that
would be so fucking funny.
So stupid.
Like that'd be funny if that's how like Piranha Plant became a thing. Like there was just like in the office there was like a poster or whatever, and then
characters.
like somebody just threw a dart, and then it accidentally like knocked on a plant, and then it like hit the fucking piranha plant poster or some shit like that, or just a character on the fucking poster. It'd be fucking funny. I feel like that's how I think that's how they make characters now.
I love that. I love that. I literally love the fact that Nintendo is just kind of like this is their end all be all Super Smash, and I honestly don't think we've said this before, but I don't think Super Smash will ever be the same after this.
No,
I think this is literally like the goodbye letter to like what we know Super Smash as being for a while. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, like Sakurai almost fucking like died making the last one.
Maybe I'm wrong, but honestly, that's pretty much it for Super Smash.
Well, Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, that's just so stupid. Like I knew that leak was wrong. Like wrong. I think IGN posted about it too, like as if it was real. And I'm like, dude, the fact that everything else made sense in the leak, and then the people were like just throwing Grinch in there because there's a Grinch poster in the back. I don't want to go too into it because, like, honestly, this is probably one of the best fake leaks ever made.
Funny.
It was probably like the dude who made the fake leak on Reddit is like a genius. Like, it was multi-tiered. Like, he legit researched how to make a good fucking leak, and he'd like execute great. Troll. But like, yeah, like there's characters that were in there, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. And they're like Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are fucking stupid.
like Microsoft's gonna let you have their character.
Like Microsoft's gonna be like, oh yeah, just and we're cool. We have Minecraft and Fortnite together. Like, go for it. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, and then people were like, oh, what if Super Smash came to fucking Xbox? And I'm like, that's never happening. It's never happening. Are you kidding me? You stupid?
I mean, like,
are you high? How much
Kingdom
weed you smoking?
Kingdom Hearts is going to Xbox. That's why I'm confused.
I guess.
And you know what's funny? People were still iffy about that. They're still iffy.
I think it just sucks.
What if right before release they're just like, yeah, no, we changed our mind.
I think it sucks for Xbox fans because they're just like, there's going to be a lot of them that just see the hype from Kingdom Hearts and like JRPGs, and they're just going to be like, I'm going to buy it, and they're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, Kyrie's like a girl that does a thing, and then Aqua's like another girl that does a thing, and then Noctis is here, and then
I don't know the whole story.
I know Xehanort's not good. I definitely know he's not a good guy.
But there's like 6 of them.
But maybe he has like a backstory that makes him good. I have no idea.
There's like 6
like,
Xehanorts.
As a hardcore Xbox fan, you're literally going to be like, what the fuck?
Because that's the only game that you're exposed to. That's the sad part.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So as an Xbox fan, like, I'm glad y'all. I mean, I have both consoles. I'm a fucking weeb, but like,
well, we have like all the consoles in the house.
Yeah, so like, I vaguely know what's going on more than most just hardcore Xbox fans.
Well, you watched me play like the entire series.
I've officially played all the series, but one game. I feel like, but two games. I haven't played 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah, there's probably more than that. I'm probably
Birth by Sleep is the.
I watched you play Birth by Sleep.
Well, you watched me play.
Yeah.
No, not Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop.
Dream Drop.
Yeah, you watched me play Dream Drop. So Birth by Sleep, but we have to play.
I have not played that one.
Okay, so we have to play Birth by Sleep.
I literally have zero idea what goes on.
And then we have to play Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories, which one's that one?
The one where they go to Castle Oblivion. There's a bunch of fucking cards that I hate playing. Yeah. That was where they first introduced Organization 13.
And also, I saw the 2 movies.
Yeah,
games.
We watched the movies.
They were games within their movies, and I'm like, glad I don't have to play those fucking pieces of garbage.
Well, because like the games are garbage. So there was because Recoded was a game that was released on the cell phone.
Yeah, fuck that.
But like before,
but it's important
iPhone.
to the canon.
Yeah, it was
So stupid.
It was.
All right, let's stop talking about Kingdom Hearts. I love that game. It makes me mad. All right, Destiny. We got to start moving. What time? How much time we got left? Can we talk about Destiny for a little bit?
Damn, we're already almost at an hour.
Okay, cool.
But wait,
Destiny's free on.
We were bullshitting for like 15 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah, so
I think it was like 5 minutes. But anyways, Destiny is free on the PC until the 18th. If you missed the PlayStation free to play, you fucked up. Is it going to come to Xbox? I don't know. But like, just real quick, like I downloaded it on my PC, and honestly, like just a quick like anecdotal thing is like I played all through the story on PlayStation 4, and I felt burned, and I didn't want to get the DLC, and I was like, this kind of sucks. I feel like left out, so I stopped playing, and I played on PC, and I was like, oh wow, this is why people prefer PC. The game plays way better. The frame rate is 60 frames.
He would not stop talking about that shit for like
beautiful.
A while.
Like I legit I feel like if I ever go back to Destiny on console, I'm like, this is disgusting. I'll throw my PlayStation in the garbage. I'll puke on top of my PlayStation. That's not that bad, but like genuinely,
I don't think you puke on top of your PlayStation.
Generally, as a fan of shooters, I've never had that experience like back to back, like the game's feeling differently. And I was like, oh yeah, like I always knew PC played better at higher frame rates because like it just all the aiming's just smoother, especially when you're like there's a lot of things going on and jumping back and forth between enemies. Everything just feels smoother with the higher frame rate. Like you just lock onto things. Like I was genuinely more accurate on the PlayStation. On the PC. So that's cool. Also, it's discounted on Battle.net right now, so you can actually get all the DLC because it's just the base game. Excuse me. So essentially, they're saving you $30. But if you want all the DLC for year 1 and year 2, it's $55. If you want deluxe edition, it's like $60, which you get like a gun and a skin for your ghost, which is and a ship. You get a gun, a ship, and a skin for your ghost. I would save yourself $5 unless you really want it. And honestly, right now it's not a bad deal. I've heard a lot of great things about Forsaken. Am I going to buy it? I don't know yet. I'm really on the fence. I don't think I am, but I think it's a good deal if you're into it. I think it's honestly a smart. I think it's all sprung. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's all. This is my last point. It's all sprung by Activision basically saying Destiny sales are down.
Yeah,
like really bad.
I wouldn't buy it only because. The problem with Destiny right now, like why it seems like it's really fun to play like right now, is because lack of shooters. Like all the shooters that we have are either recycled, remastered, or
it's Call of Duty or this.
Yeah, it fucking sucks right now. So that's why like everybody wants to play Destiny, and that's why they keep making it free, and that's why the player base is increasing because of the availability for it right now. But how many people are playing Forsaken? Not that many more.
The player base isn't dead. It's just it's not where it should be.
The player base is hanging on because the game is free. Yeah, it was free on PlayStation. If you're a PlayStation Plus person, then you're going to keep playing it and then eventually probably buy Forsaken, or you're just going to go do something else because by the time you finish doing Destiny, guess what? Anthem's here. So everybody's holding out for Anthem. I'm right there with them.
It's
for
not
shooters,
first person. It's third person.
No, it's third person. It's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And then same thing with like Warframe. Fortuna just came out, that big ass DLC that supposedly is competing with Forsaken, and it just came out for PC, and it'll be out probably next week or so for console. So have fun with that.
Yeah. Honestly, just play
I know I'm suffering from a shooter withdrawal. I need
too.
Yeah, I need to shoot more stuff. Mm-hmm. So I have even had the temptation to turn on Destiny, which is sitting on my PlayStation. I've never turned it on yet, but it just automatically downloaded because it was free.
Honestly,
and I'm just like,
that's the one thing it has going for it for me personally is the shooting's really good. The shooting mechanics, the core mechanics of that game are good.
But
it's hard to argue with that. The shooting mechanics are good.
But
do you want to spend $70?
No, fuck no.
Because like normally for the year 2 DLC,
I don't want to spend $70 on anything. No, I don't want to spend $70
normally
on a
it's
fucking
$70 for all the year 2 DLC. It's on sale right now on Battle.net. I don't know about PlayStation.
I would like to be a cheap date,
but also I know Black Friday's coming up. So if you want to get into Destiny, right now is a good time.
I know. I know you could buy like a terabyte PlayStation with Spider-Man right now for like $200, or not right now, but Black Friday is a thing. So everybody wants a PlayStation terabyte and a Spider-Man game. $200. It's fucking cheap as shit. I spent like what, $300 or $400 on my PlayStation, and it's not a terabyte. And I also did not get Spider-Man, which I will not play. It'll be just like that fucking Uncharted game that I have. I never unwrap that shit. What else?
Shit, I'm mad bad, dude.
Yeah,
fucking slow down here.
Yeah, Deltarune is a thing. All that. Like, is spiritual success, or not spiritual successor, is the successor to Undertale. It's an anagram for Undertale and all that other stuff. Yeah, play it. If you played the fuck out of Undertale and you did all that research and all that other stuff for like theories and you're a nerd, just play Deltarune, because then you're going to end up being like that nerd who's coming up with a bunch of theories. Again, there's already so many YouTubers out there who just like gush the shit out of this game, and it's not even the complete game yet. It is the first chapter, and the game is probably going to be released in chapters, just like most other indie games. Recently, just like Bendy and the Ink, and Bendy and the Ink was a whopping success. So have fun with that, people.
All right, Fortnite, XNFL, probably one of the most fucking greatest ideas ever. Honestly, I don't like football. I don't like Fortnite, but if I was a business owner, I'd be like, yo, we're going to make so much goddamn money. Also, concurrent player count hit 80 million. Guess what? Probably because the Fortnite shit. The XNFL shit. Anyways, maybe not. That game is... one thing is I don't play the game, but one thing is I respect Epic, and the development standards are amazing. That game is always being improved, always added to it. If you're a Fortnite fan, it's a great time to be a Fortnite fan. So, congratulations. I fucking hate that game, but just because I'm bad at it. But... Good. I get good. I understand. PUBG is a game I actually do like, which I'm also terrible at. But it was actually leaked for PS4, possibly, from an Amazon post saying like you can buy it in December. But confirmed it is happening is they're getting Suicide Squad skins. So if you're really into the worst adaptation of the Joker and Harley Quinn in existence, go for it. If you don't know, I'm a huge Batman fan, and honestly, I can't stand the DCU. I'm a DC comic fan, but DCU is terrible. So yeah, if you want a fucking whack-ass iteration of the Joker and Harley, you can get skins in PUBG, and guess what? That's why PUBG's fucking dying. They're doing terrible collaborations. Like, just real quick.
I think PUBG is doing whatever they can get their hands on.
Honestly, because like they probably heard Fortnite's getting the NFL skins, which is like there's so many people playing it. Like dads and with their kids are like, I want my son to love the Dolphins. So guess what? I'm gonna give him $20 to buy a Dolphin skin for his character. And also funny stuff, like not funny, but someone put like Michael Vick's number with the Falcons jersey, and there's like a dog backpack. And I was like, that's fucked up. There's been a few trolls. I think they did the 49ers outfit with the dude with dreads, and he was like kneeling on a field, and he had Colin Kaepernick's number.
Okay.
That was funny. Just me.
Damn.
Well, I like a little bit of controversy. That's just me.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Do you have anything to go over?
No, I mean, that's pretty much all that we can actually cover. Yeah, sorry for like the hectic breeze, but yeah, that's pretty much it for our game club, and that was the good, the bad, and the awesome, covered by your host here for Game Club, Sergio over here, and myself, Shelby. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and what else are we on?
Any podcast apps, YouTube. I promise this will be uploaded to YouTube this time. We've been lacking on the YouTube, but honestly, I like YouTube, and honestly,
yeah,
I love everyone that loves it.
We're gonna be more active on YouTube and whatnot
because this is live right now, and you're maybe listening to us, but you actually see it. You can actually see the video on YouTube. You can. We have link trees on Twitter and Instagram, so you can just get links easily through that as well.
I just learned what those were the other day.
My friend showed me, and I was like, "This is a genius plan. Have you not seen this?" We're on podcast app for Apple and also Castbox when it comes to Android users. I just switched to Android, and honestly,
yeah. He loves it.
I don't miss Apple at all.
This dude is in love with it.
I literally love Android.
Yeah, I might end up doing the same thing because his phone's actually pretty badass.
Yeah,
so we're not a promotional video or
OnePlus
or
6T
like
sponsor me. OnePlus, honestly, a quality Chinese brand. You make a quality product at a really great price, and yeah,
you're gonna like wake up to the email being like, Sergio Sanchez, I would like you to
to sponsored OnePlus video. Yeah,
like hell yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But thank you guys, and everybody out there, please have a great night.